So there are different ways of writing inequalities, which we'll look at right now. So like we just practiced this, and we learned about the open and closed circles. This is going to be like the last step. Every time you get an answer, it's going to look like this, and you'll have to go ahead and graph it. So it's a open or closed circle. So in this case, no equal underneath, so open circle, which means that -2 is not an answer. That's just the starting point of the answer. All the answers are really starting there and bigger. So every single one of these numbers is an answer, plus all the fractions and all the decimals between those numbers. So there's an infinite number of solutions with any inequality. This number is just where those answers start. And of course, we can write that out and say something like all values greater than. -2. And we have to get really good. We'll probably practice the one we just did a few more times so we really get down which one's greater than, which one's less than equal, so we're not mixing those up as we go along. Okay. Now, there's another way of saying all the answers that are bigger than -2. There's an equivalent way that has the exact same graph. And it comes from, well, you know when you solve equations, sometimes you got x equals 3, other times you got 3 equals x, just depending on how you solve it, the variable just might have ended up on the right-hand side. Same thing here. You could be solving and get x is greater than -2, like right here, but what happens if you get the variable on the other side? Yeah, it's two ways of saying the same thing. This says all my answers, all my values are bigger than -2. This one is saying -2 is smaller than all my answers. Now, isn't that the same exact thing? Just said it a different way. All my numbers, all my answers are bigger than -2, or -2 is the smallest of all my answers. There's two ways of saying the exact same thing. So every single answer has two different ways of saying it. But they're graphed the same. So both of these have the exact same graph. And that's the thing we got to get our heads around today, is that there's two inequalities, and when you write them out, they mean the same thing. -2 is less than all values. And that these two grammatically mean the same thing, and then mathematically mean the same thing, and they have the exact same graph. Now, everything you just did was the top one with the variable on the left, right? But we also want to get good at that. If we see something with a number on the left, that we still graph it this way. You notice how this inequality sign is pointing this direction, but the correct graph points to the right. This is just saying -2 is the smallest of all the answers. So here's -2. Since it's the smallest, all the answers are above it. Practice that, or go down to the fourth or fifth one down here. That if we say 0 is less than or equal to, all the values, which direction will the graph go, left or right? Yeah, the graph goes to the right, because 0 is the smallest. 0 is less than all the answers. That means the answers start right here at 0 and go this direction. It does not match this inequality and which direction this points at. If you try to make it too simplistic and not understand by the words what this means, you start coming up with other rules like, okay, whatever direction this points, that's the way it points on the graph, and it's too simplistic. It doesn't work all the time. It works some of the time. It works actually exactly half the time. So if we say this another way and rewrite it this way, right, x is greater than or equal to 0, then the direction here does match the direction here. But it's only when the variable's on the left-hand side, like it is, like we just rewrote it, will they match. And then we can write it. All values greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. And you can see some of them have the inequality sign already, so they don't give you the same thing to work with. You have to know how to switch between them. If you're given inequality, if you're given the words, or if you're given the graph, you can come up with all the other missing pieces, no matter what you're given. So like here, we could start off with, oh, it's going to be greater than, right, because it's going this direction. We're using the top one, so that's greater than. It's open circle, so there's no equal to. And then we can write -2, which means another way of saying all the numbers greater than -2 is -2 is less than all my answers. And then just write out the words for both of those. Or you could write the top one, then do the words, the bottom one, then write the words. Just want to get comfortable that you don't have to do these all in the same order. That doesn't matter where you start, you're able to get all the other pieces. All right, and there's the back side. This has more of the same. It's just for you to get really comfortable. Again, this is the last step, and it's where we find the most mistakes when we're solving is actually graphing it right. So if anything, take a look at stuff like this and tell yourself, what direction does this one, the third one in the back, what direction does this graph go? Left or right? We know it's at 4. Which direction does the graph go? Right. It goes to the left. And you'll get better at that as you understand this. 4 is bigger than, 4 is greater than all the answers. So if 4 is the biggest of all the answers, that means all the answers are less than 4. So another way of saying that would be less than or equal to 4. So you're always thinking this, but I do not want you to look at this symbol and say the graph goes that way, always. That does not ever, has never been true. It's true half the time, and only half the time. That's why we don't want to start off this brand new unit by thinking I should just graph the same direction of the inequality sign. We want to understand what it means. All my numbers are less than or equal to 4. 4 is bigger than all my numbers. They have the exact same graph, right? Exact same graph. And you can write them out. So when you see these, please be thinking the words that you're writing out and actually see if it makes sense. Don't just try to come up with a quick system to get a quick answer that doesn't make sense. All right, so I'll let you guys work on that and check with each other as you go along. This is kind of nitty-gritty stuff that if you're not careful, you might be doing, a lot of things wrong if you don't check as you go. So, but it's pretty simple if you check as you go to not keep on making those same mistakes. I'll let you guys do that, and this will be due tomorrow at the beginning of class.